Hello, dear students. I'm very glad to continue our distant education. Today we work with our Model 2. Do you remember the theme of this model? Exercise and sports. Great job. Today we are going to work with the topic fundraises. And our lesson objectives are to listen to the text fundraises and identify the main information. The second lesson objective is to read the text fundraises, to identify some details in this text. And at the end of the lesson, you will be able to listen and identify the main information on the topic fundraises, to read the text and identify some interesting details about fun races. So let's start. And we start our lesson with our new words. Please open your dictionaries, write down these words, listen and repeat.
At a snail's pace. At a snail's pace. Championship. Championship. Competition. Competition. Cross. Cross. Field. Field. Hilarious. Hilarious. Local. Local. Outer. Outer. Paddle. Paddle. Pound. Pound. Reach. Reach. Spray. Spray. Stick. Stick. A silver tankard. A silver tankard. Track. Track. World record. World record.
So please learn these phrases and words by heart and of course use them in your speech. So today we are going to work with page 18. Now exercise 1. Look at these two pictures. What do you know about these races? What do you see in the pictures? Any predictions? Okay, sir. And now, please, what would you like to know? Write 3 questions. Once more, what would you like to know about these races? Write 3 questions. Now you are going towards the video about these fun races, and your task is to find the answers to your questions. Are you ready? Let's start.
Fun races. When you hear the word race, what comes to mind? Maybe a swimming race, perhaps a car race. Well, some people think of snails and tin baths.
When my sister asked me to go to a snail race with her, I thought it sounded a little too strange to be real. But a week later, I was in a field sticking a number on a garden snail. We decided to call our snail Lewis, after Formula One's Lewis Hamilton. A farmer sprayed water on a table and shouted, "Ready, steady, slow!" And the snails were off. Sort of. Lewis came third in 3 minutes 35 seconds. The world record is 2 minutes by a snail called Archie in 1995. Hopefully this year's winner enjoyed his prize, a silver cup full of lettuce.
Last summer, my Uncle Tom took part in the Tin Bath Championships in Castletown Harbour on the Isle of Man. I really wanted to watch the race, so he agreed to take me. Uncle Tom found an old tin bath and made some paddles. Just before the race, we decorated his bath with flags and balloons, and he dressed up as a Viking. The winner is the person who crosses the finish line first, or the person who gets the furthest before they sink. It's difficult to stay dry, and although Uncle Tom's bath sank, he still won. It was hilarious.
Do you know any unusual races in your country? What are they like?
Do you agree with me that these races are interesting and amazing? So, and now, have you found the answers to your questions? If you weren't, you can share it with me. And now, please, what is your task? Now you are going to listen and to read this text, page 18, once more. And you need to do 2 tasks. You can find these tasks in your lesson plan. It's a Google link where there are 2 tasks. The first is true, false. You need to understand the text and decide if the statements are true or false. And the second task is to complete the sentence according to the text. Now, once more, please open your books at page 18. Exercise 1. Listen and read this text and do 2 tasks in Google form. Okay? Practice your pronunciation, please.
Fun races. When you hear the word race, what comes to mind? Maybe a swimming race, perhaps a car race. Well, for the people of Congham and the Isle of Man, they think of snails and tin baths. Let's find out more about these unusual races from 2 of our readers. What and where? World Snail Racing Championships, Congham, England. Tell us all about it.
When my sister asked me to go to a snail race with her, I thought it sounded a little strange to be real. But a week later, I was in a field sticking a number 56 on a garden snail. We decided to call our snail Lewis, after Formula One's Lewis Hamilton. Eventually, a farmer called Neil sprayed water on a table to help the snails move, then told us to put our snail on a circle inside another bigger circle. Neil shouted, "Ready, steady, slow," and the snails were off. Sort of. The track is only 13 inches, but they move, well, at a snail's pace. Lewis reached the outer circle in 3 minutes, 35 seconds, and came third in his round. The world record is 2 minutes by a snail called Archie in 1995. Hopefully, this year's winner enjoyed his prize, a silver tankard full of lettuce. I can't wait to take part again next year. Sarah, London.
What and where? World Tin Bath Championships, Isle of Man. Tell us all about it.
Last summer, my Uncle Tom took part in the Tin Bath Championships in Castletown Harbour on the Isle of Man, which is between England and Ireland. I really wanted to go with him to watch the race, so he agreed to take me. Uncle Tom found his old tin bath and made some paddles. Just before the race, we decorated his bath with flags and balloons, and he dressed up as a Viking. The winner is the person who crosses the finish line first, or the person who gets the furthest before they sink. It's difficult to stay dry. Although Uncle Tom pulled a muscle and his bath sank, he still won. I also loved the tin bath jousting and the Birdman competition when competitors tried to fly into the harbour using silly costumes and huge paper aeroplanes. It was hilarious. I'd love to take part in this race one day too. Maybe I can practice in my local pond. Michael, Belfast.
Okay, once more, according to this text, you need to do 2 tasks in Google form. I wish you good luck. True, false, and complete the sentences. When you finish to do the task in Google Form, please pay attention to reflection part of our lesson plan. Now, can you listen to the text, find races, and identify the main information? Can you read this text and identify some details? How many facts? How many details? So, thanks a lot for our lesson. I wish you a good day. Be happy. Be purposeful. With love, Irina Sergeyevna.